fine. Like now, today I told you that we'll be working on with our integration with Tableau. Okay. As a part of this, we need to understand how exactly that we can work on this part. See, in order to do the integration, so as a part of this, first of all, we need to understand what exactly this R programming is quite related to. Okay. So guys, I just wanted to tell you one thing. This R is something just like an open source programming language. Okay. Why? Because we are not at all going to learn any sort of things related to this R programming language. Okay. But still, I'm just required to show you some sort of the awareness about the R programming language. So this is a open source, and how do we generally install this part? And why? Because this R programming language is generally used for the statisticians, okay, or the data scientists. So this particular R programming language, we can always try using some sort of statistical analysis, and also the great visualizations that you can do using the R programming language. Okay, so generally we will be having something called R Studio. So I do have it already. If at all, if you want to try this part, you can always try doing this one in a different way. Let me just show you. See, you can try like this R install. See, you can see this R installation. Okay, and you can just get onto this one, and you can download the R for Windows. Okay, once after you do this one, you can go ahead working with R Studio. You need to download the R Studio. So which is R Studio, something like this. You can always try downloading this R Studio from here. Okay. Okay, you can always try doing the R Studio, and you can download this part, which is going to be free for you. Anyhow, that I have just opened this R Studio. Okay, and so if you can take a look at this one, I'm just showing you a very basic understanding. So this is the R Studio, and this is a terminal I could show you. So this is the terminal. I can make any sort of programming, like see, it is very easy programming code. Otherwise, I could say 2 into 3 6, 23 into 24. So it will be showing you all the calculations, mathematical calculations right away over there. And apart from this one, if you wanted to work on anything else, for example, let me show you. So this is the one, for example, a small example, okay, which is going to show you how to read the data from an Excel sheet. Okay, I do have an Excel sheet which is called abc.xlx. Okay, and I'm just mentioning this one as a sheet index is equal to 1, where data is equal to read.xlsx is the function generally we will use in order to retrieve the data. So if I'm going to execute this part, I need to have some library called xlsx. Okay, so I can always try loading this library. For example, if that library is not already installed within the R programming language, we can always try checking if the proper package was already there within the R programming language or not. So if the R programming language is not having such a kind of library, then we need to do it, install that manually. So if you can take a look at this one, any grep L XLSX is showing a clear-cut understanding about that we have a software installed or the package installed, the respective XLS package. Yeah, it is always almost looks like a Python only. Okay, but it is not Python. Okay, there will be a lot of similarity like a Python. Okay, so if you can take a look at this one, library of XLSX, you can always try loading that library, and then you can just first read the data, and the data, respective data needs to be, I think it was not able to find the abc.xlsx. So let me see, like, if there is no, if there is a abc.xlsx or not. See, there is a abc.csv, I think this one, separated by value. See, this is a csv, I guess. So let me try doing this one. Instead of, let me just save this one as xlsx, close this one. I want to, you can also, access using the csv file, that's fine. And where I just want to make, save this one as excel workbook abc, and then the desktop. So you should be seeing an xlx. Okay, so now let me just write. Okay, still not able to find out what is the extension we need to verify. Properties not xlsx extension. Let me verify this part. I think it was not able to load this file. Maybe it is having some symptoms of, so I need to save this one in a different format. Otherwise, save as Excel 2007 and 13 workbook. Okay, let me try this now. Still, it is not able to do it. Otherwise, instead of doing this part, we can go ahead with some other Excel sheet, whichever it is having. I have some Excel sheet which is called so-called data. I don't know what kind of data that I do have. These are all some different data. Let me just go ahead with this GDP data. GDP is this. Okay, this is an Excel sheet itself. Let me just try accessing this part. So I'm going to change this one into GDP. Okay, and let me try this part. See, oh my god, I think this is not able to do this anything else. Should be able to access it, but still, let me try working with this part. Okay, where I can access the CSV file directly right away. Okay, so here you should be able to see that I'm trying to check the current working directories documents, but I wanted to check the new working directory as rtrain, and I just wanted to check the current working directory, which I'm going to change using this part, which is currently it is rtrain. I have something called input.csv file. Okay, in the r direct, in the e drive, in the d drive for me. Okay, so I'm trying to print the data from the same. So take a look at this one. I have the data somewhere here like this. Okay, so this is a very similar kind of programming. Yeah, I also tried that once, Saujanya, but still it is not working. Maybe it is hitting somewhere else. Okay, that is fine. I will just take a look at that one later, a little bit later. So far this is how that this is a very basic programming that we can go ahead with. But the only thing is we need to always try verifying that something called an rserve. Rserve is the one which we require actually. That's rserve will act as a something called an R package. Okay, where we require that rserve, that will, why, because we need to configure that rserve first of all. Okay, so this rserve is a one library which we need to use. We can always try checking that whether it was installed or not. So we can always try check rserve. See, it's false, it is not there. So we can go to the tools and install packages. there. Yes, you should see that this is the R server. So let me install. Okay. So you should see it was already installed now. So let me just verify one more time. Now it is true. Okay. Very good. Can you see the screen now, Saujanya? All of you, can you see my screen? Okay. So now what I wanted to say, so now I have the RSOL package. Now this is the work that we have done with R Studio, and later on we can directly go to the Tableau. Let me open the Tableau and let me do some other work. So whenever we did this one, we can always try making up something called, let me just make open a new one. What I wanted to say, let me just load the library of rserve. Suresh, I have already installed the R programming. Okay, R software, whatever that I have showed you, where to download and all. Okay, and I have opened the R Studio and I'm executing these preliminary things. These are our prerequisites. Okay, so loading of the R library, rserve, which is going to be a library of rserve. See, it was loaded now, and now I just wanted to say rserve, which is going to be a function. Okay, where I just wanted to run this one. So whenever you say this will start the rserve, starting rserve. Now this is a software or a package which is going to be run in the background. Now coming back to the mic, this Tableau, let me just switch on to the advanced charting. Okay, you should always see let me go to the new sheet, and you should always see help. Okay, and then in the help you should be seeing that settings and performance and manage external service connection. Let me show you one more time. Go to help. Okay, and then settings and performance. Okay, and then you need to click on the manage external service connection, and here you should see that select an external service which is rserve. Okay, and now you need to select a server which is going to be a local host. Okay, are you good till here? Why? Because 6311 is the default port number that we are going to use for rserve servers. Okay, so I'm just saying test the connection first. Successfully connected to the external service. That is good. Okay, just say okay. That's it. So now we are already integrated with this one. What, Suresh? I didn't understand your question. No, actually, this connection is not for any file. Okay, this connection is for a library or a package in the background. Whatever that I have shown you, whatever the file that I have accessed and everything I have shown you, is just an example of an R program. We are nowhere using that related code or anything else right now here. I have just showed you how exactly an R code represents or looks like. That's it. We are not going to work with the R Studio. I'm just closing this one. Otherwise, if you think if you're confusing, I can close that one. I'm nowhere related with R Studio now. Okay, for you, what I wanted to tell you, even you don't require the R Studio also. Just download and install the R programming language, and then install the package called rserve, and try connecting that from the Tableau. Very simple. Okay, as I'm a data scientist, and I'm also taking the data science and artificial intelligence course, and hence I do have all the things installed in my laptop. I cannot uninstall all these things. Okay, so the use of R programming language is you can make many sort of analytical statistics with the R programming language in a simplistic manner. Okay, there are a lot of algorithms that you can do with the R programming language, and this is going to be working well with the data scientists. Okay, and this is a little bit advanced where the data scientists can work with this. Okay, so hence this is going to be a little bit extension. Okay, I told you already that this Tableau has already acquired one AI startup with which they are going to deploy a lot of AI capabilities for this Tableau in the coming future. That's why I'm very much keen to make you the training in that vertical, so that you will be most capable once you get onto the job. Why? Because I am expecting that they will be releasing something by this August. Understand? So that is what my interest, nothing more than that. Okay, shall I continue? So generally the Tableau will have the four different functions, something called script underscore boolean, script underscore int, script underscore real, and script underscore string. Okay, so actually that is all not a part of this one, Saujanya. R installation is very easy. I already showed you that how to download the R programming language. It is very simple. Just say next and finish. Okay. Yeah, why? Because it is already installed on my system, and many of the libraries that I need to explain every day to my other students, I cannot uninstall that. Okay. You please carry along with that. If not, if you require any sort of help, I will do it if you share your laptop. Understand? I can work on your laptop, but I can't work on my laptop rather. Okay. Yeah, why? Because some of the projects are running on my laptop, which could not be disturbed basically. Okay. So the working directories will be changed. A lot of working directories I have created in the background. Those things will be changed, and again I need to update everything. Anyhow, that is not even much required actually. It is very simple to go ahead with, but still, if you are going to get any sort of hiccups while doing the installation, I'm always there for you guys, like when you want to do the exercises. Let me try showing you on some sort of script here. Here in the R programming language, as I told you, there is a four different functions that we can always try using while you're creating measure. So I can always create a calculated field. Okay, so here, see, you have four different stuff. Here is an R example. See, very clear example that you can try working with the R. Okay, so this is going to return a boolean result from an external service script, and this is going to return an integer result, and this is going to return a real result or numeric, and this is going to return you some sort of string, right? String kind of result. So let me just show you a little bit brief about this part. Okay, where let me just go ahead with the sum of profit I want to do. Okay, so I will just go ahead with the script of real. Okay, script underscore real of. So log of, it's trying to do something. Okay, where the argument, whatever that you are trying to pass. Okay, arguments is equal to whatever the sum of profit that you have just passed over here. So what I'm just making, I'm just trying to make a logarithmic application of this particular sum of profit. Okay, log of dot arg 1. Okay, here you can go ahead with this calculation also, there is no problem about that. And then comma, you need to provide the valid stuff over here, sum of this expression. That's done. So this is the calculation that I have done. So I'm just making r sum, so I'm just making it as r sum profit. Okay, let's see. Okay, see, I have got another field, something like, where is it, r sum profit. Okay, so I can see the profit based upon the region. Yeah, I just want to see based upon the subcategory wise. I can always see the r sum of the profit. See, take a look at this one. Now it is running in the background. See, this is the profit. Got it, all of you? Really simple, right? Very good. Why? Because the sum of the profit has been calculated not by the Tableau, it has been calculated by R, our programming language. Got it? Hmm? You can also try multiplying the profit into different styles, and not only this one, this is a very basic that I'm telling you about. You can make some sort of visualizations rather than this part. See, this has been changed, but a little bit, this will be a little bit slow. As I told you, this is going to be a little bit slow. Why? Because whenever you just send any sort of calculation, it needs to be triggered along with. See, whenever I did multiple times, the Tableau was lost. It's a little bit slow. So this is a problem that you have to understand, guys. Okay. NaN means it's a value. It's a no value actually. Okay, it was no value. Okay. That generally refers to not a number. No, Saujanya. Only there are only 4 functions which will be used for any sort of external service. Particularly, those 2 things are supported for R and Python programming language. Okay. There is nothing difference actually. That's the profit is going to sum up the profit which is being done by the Tableau. Our profit which we have created is the one which is being calculating by our programming language. That is the difference, Suresh. Got it? Okay, you're asking the values. So let us go ahead with the values. Where is our? It's gone, I think. Why? Because we didn't save it, right? Okay, we can try one more. Okay. See, let me just go ahead with create a calculated field. Okay, here I just wanted to calculate something relevant to this one. So what I'm going to do, I just wanted to make, why? Because I want to see something, okay, whatever it is, the integer is already there, no? Okay, the return result that I'm just trying to expect over here, whatever it is. Okay, so now let me try calculating the stuff like, no, nothing. See, that is why I already told you it is already up and running. See, our server is, our software is already installed. What we have just made is R serve. That's it. That is the simple method that you have to run, so that you should be able to connect from the Tableau. Okay. And now let me show you that I'm trying to execute a script underscore string. See, I'm trying to execute in this one. So you can take a look at this one. Paste of dot arc 1 comma dot arc 2. Okay. ADTR category. Okay. Attribute, I wanted to call this part, and also another attribute what exactly I wanted to call is sub hyphen category. That's it. I just want to close this over here. See why? Because the script underscore string is going to call only the string type of values. Category and subcategory is the one which I'm trying to call. So let me just create this one as a one calculated field. So this is nothing but R concatenation that I'm trying to do. Okay, R concatenation, R concatenation. Hmm? Nation string. Okay, so this is going to be, I'm trying this one in the measure basically. Okay, so which is going to be a wrong thing, right? Huh? But still you can try seeing the result over here. So it is giving you some sort of stuff like which is unusual. So let me just shall I transform something, change the data type? Okay, huh? It's already string, no? What I can do, I can drag this one onto the measure or a dimension rather. Can I? I'm not able to do it, right? It's not allowing me. Hmm? Actually, this should never be like this. Why? Because I can still, this is showing me. Why? Because in the color, what I need to do, I need to drag onto this labels. If I can drag on this to the labels, it is still showing me NA, but I don't think that it is not able to calculate this one. So let me just delete this part. Few things that we can move, Ritimugda. See, for example, I have some region, I just wanted to drag this one. We can drag, but we need to change the data type. For example, I can change this. This is a string data type already by default, not an issue. But anyhow, this is not allowing now at this point of time anyhow. So some measures of the dimensions we can't move in between. Okay, so now anyhow that I'm trying to drag the category and the subcategory. So now I am trying this R concatenation strings. Let me just check. Oh my god, this is still going to show us some sort of only. Okay, let me try this labels. Okay, this is working good. Right, this R script is working very good. See, I have got this one right. Good. This is a concatenated result for both category and subcategory. Furniture and bookcases, furniture and chairs, furniture and furnishings, Furniture and tables. Good? Are we good? Huh? Okay, guys. So we can always, let me rename this part, this name as our integration. Okay. So let me save this one. That's it. But whenever you are integrating with the R programming language, you need to understand only one thing. The performance definitely affects with the Tableau. Why? Because internally the Tableau, how it is going to do, it is going to communicate with the R, and then it is trying to fetch the data, and then it is trying to represent the result in the Tableau. So the language conversion between the R serve and the visql needs to be changed basically. So that kind of transformation definitely takes some time. Okay, when you are making up the visualization, okay, then we need to check it out. Okay, Suresh, what are you asking? You want me to open the calculated field, how I have calculated the formula? Okay, let me just open up that field. Here is my field. Let me edit this one. See, script underscore str I have used. Okay, out of which I have used paste of. What do you mean by paste? Generally, this paste is the function, okay, in the R programming language. Okay, this paste is a function in the R programming language. I will show you something like this. Paste. See, this is a paste ABC, comma df. Okay, got it? This function we applied in the Tableau. Generally, this paste is never there in the Tableau. Got it or not? Hmm? Okay, guys, did you understand? Yes, we can integrate. We can integrate, Suresh. Okay, Saujanya is asking one question. Oh, okay, Suresh, you are asking about the data in the R. See, data is never been with the R program. Okay, the only things that we are trying to use is R functions. The data is there with the Tableau. Did you understand my analysis? Whatever that I'm explaining, Suresh. See, whatever that you should see over here, it is going to get the functionality of it, and it is using the data which is there with the Tableau, and it is going to send that particular request to the R programming language, and it will concatenate and it will give it back to the Tableau, and the Tableau is showing the resultant data. Understand? So formulas or functions only can use in this. Yes, that's it. We are using the R functions where that will be processed by the R, and it is going to give it as a result to the Tableau, where the Tableau will handle the data and it will show as it is by putting in the RAM at that particular point of time until you are going to save that one, and then it will be showing you on the visualizations. Yeah, we do have the Suresh, very good question. We do have the concatenate formula with the Tableau, but still I'm telling you about this. Understand? This will work for the functions where you are not having, see, why? Because you have only these functions, right? But in our programming language, you will be having filthy of functions. Okay, you understand or not? Let me tell you, first of all, I wanted to make you clear about this part. First of all, I want to tell you, you are into the you are into already a project. I will tell you where this is going to work. Okay, and you may be, for example, the project manager comes and he will tell you, we need to upgrade in our work, and they will tell you that we are required to integrate the R programming language with us. So we are going to have the R programmers very soon in our project. So you people have to work with them in order to generate new visualizations with them. If you have such kind of request from them, then you are ready with this. Understand or not the process? And number two, okay, already the R programmers are there. You should be working with them in order to build the visualizations as a team. Then you can work on this one. Otherwise, if you are going to upgrade yourself as a data scientist in the coming future, or otherwise your boss itself, you are requested that you have to do some sort of machine learning and all kind of stuff or visualizations kind of stuff, then definitely you are required to execute the R scripts along with this one here. So this is something just like an R integration that we can do. I have just shown you the reference. Okay, this is just a reference. Why? Because we are not going to learn the R programming language here. Saujanya is asking the same question. How do we? Saujanya is asking how we will come to know the functions in the R programming. So Saujanya, there is something called R documentation in the online. You can always go ahead with the documentation. Why? Because not only for R programming language, for every software you will have a documentation. You can always try going ahead with the R programming language with the documentation. Okay. Generally, this is not going to be implemented by all the Tableau developers, but still, I have just showed you as something just like an advanced concept for this. Okay. Any more questions? If you have more questions, I will unmute you and you can ask me directly. Let me know if you want me to unmute you guys right now. Anyone? And that is unsure, Saujanya. We can use any database. No, 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 no. We can't assume it actually. It is undoubtedly many databases are there. Based upon the requirement, the project requirement, we will generally the people will go ahead with. Okay. Sometimes mostly you will get it only through Excel sheets, some general reports. Mostly. Okay. Suresh, did I answer your question? Okay, very good. Any guys? That's it. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. So again, we are going to meet on coming Thursday, which is going to be 17th Jan. Okay, the coming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we are not going to have the sessions. Okay, and we will be meeting again on 17th. Okay, all of you. See you again on 17th.